Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it is only 5 minutes long, where a normal Reiki session with me does last for an hour. So, a micro session is just a chance for you to get a taste, just see what you think of Reiki and if you might like more of it in your life. If you would like more of it in your life, you can find out how to get a session from me in the on the website listed in the description box below. After we do 5 minutes of Reiki, then we'll do 5 minutes of questions. And that's where you can ask whatever's on your mind or whatever's on your heart. And I'll pull out a deck of tarot cards and we'll see what comes up for you. Um, so getting back to the Reiki, there are lots of things that we can use Reiki for. It's great to help with lessening anxiety, increasing finances, improving relationships, improving medical health, all kinds of good stuff. So today, I think what I'm going to set the intention for the Reiki for all of my viewers is for financial increase, along with whatever would be for your highest and best interest as well. So two intentions going out. Those of you who would like the Reiki to focus on something else for yourself, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention. Let's just get the Reiki started, though, shall we? All right, so we're starting Reiki at 54 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 59 after the hour. Thank you for the thumbs ups. I appreciate both of those. That's awesome right off the bat. Hello there, Mr. Michael. Welcome, welcome. What are you grateful for today, my dear? I am thinking about what am I grateful for. I think I'm grateful for good friends. Those kinds of friends that are there and that you can count on. Gracie G. Hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Glad you're down with the intentions. What are you most grateful for today, Gracie? Universe love. Good afternoon, Queen. Good afternoon. What are you most grateful for today? We've started making that basically our roll call here in the room. We come in with what we're most grateful for. You're grateful for making it at the very beginning and that your phone is fully charged. Free and alive at the same time. I like that. I'm very grateful for that too. We're lucky to live in a place where freedom abounds. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel, guys. The furnace just kicked on and I forgot to turn it off before I started my video. Hopefully it won't be on too long. But I am grateful for the warmth that it provides in this house. Three more minutes of Reiki. We do, we do. The pendulum is swinging. Grateful for life and all your acquisitions, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Whew, that's a big umbrella, universe love. Oh, thank you, Gracie. That's a major umbrella right there. Pulling in abundance and peace. Isn't it interesting? I'm sure you know this, universe love. But I've been reviewing some universal laws lately. And I still think it's just interesting that by giving, we actually pull in more abundance. Isn't that interesting? Most people are not going to figure that out unless they're into looking at a spiritual perspective. Heading in healthier, we like that. It does feel amazing. And you know, it's something else I've noticed just personally is when I decide that I'm going to do something for somebody or give something to somebody, it might be in my mind kind of like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pull this off? But as soon as I decide that I'm going to, everything just starts coming together. We've got one more minute of Reiki, by the way. I am blessed and I like to share my blessings. There you go. Gotta appreciate the miracles. I knew this family that needed a refrigerator, and I had no way money to buy a new refrigerator. So I started looking around for where can I pick up a cheap refrigerator. And I had hit like Craigslist, and I can't remember where, there was another place. And then I happened to say something to a friend of mine, and he's like, oh, I know a guy has 2 refrigerators. He's trying to get rid of them both right now. I'm like, well, how much does he want for them? He doesn't want anything. Which one do you think you would want? And granted, they were older, but there were nothing for them. All I had to do was pay somebody to haul them out in the back of their truck and deliver them. But it was like, as soon as you just start, things fall together. I don't know how much I trust the postal service these days. All my packages are being delayed in St. Louis, I guess, because they have people out from COVID right now. And I had the Reiki master who taught me said that because she has books published and she's been sending things back and forth to her publisher, and she said her stuff is getting caught up in like Trenton, New Jersey, and getting stuck there. And they have that situation there where they just don't have enough employees because of COVID right now. Like Michael said earlier, we're living in some interesting times. Like, when do we know the mail service to break down? What did they used to say when we were kids? Rain or shine, snow or something, snow or sleet, the mail is still going to arrive. There used to be a saying, I remember it from when I was like 6 or 7. Of course, I could be showing my age. But I've always totally counted on the mail service, in spite of the things people have been saying lately. All right, we've gone 2 minutes over on the Reiki just because I'm a jabberjaw today. So let's wrap this up. And let's rock and roll to questions. I'm going to set my timer. You guys start throwing questions up into the chat for me. We'll knock out whatever we can in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Message from Spirit, from Universe Love. Please and thank you. Oh, and by the way, what do I always say? Always try to remember to say. Super chats are never required, but always, always, always appreciated. What is the message for Universe Love from Sacred Spirit? Miss Lady J, oh my goodness. It's been forever since I've seen you, honey bunny. You did not miss the question. This one is for Universe Love right now, though. Yeah. Universe Love, what is going on with you, honey bunny? I don't like this. Don't like this. I think I'm going to throw a second row for best advice after I tell you about this situation that I'm seeing here, though, Universe. Okay, we're starting off with 3 of Swords, heartache or heartbreak. I kind of have the sense that this has to do with the idea that you're a mama. 9 of Wheels in reverse. This talks about missing somebody. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. This is interesting the way it's coming through. You see the soldiers like in the background over here? And then this young boy, he's like picked up all the swords. Are they carrying any? Yeah, they've still got some, but he's got a big old bag of swords, more than he can handle. This is coming up different than usual for me. I think you're watching. I think you're missing somebody, but you're watching them kind of from a distance, and you're just, I feel like you're just hoping to goodness that they don't self destruct. Okay. Let's look at best advice for you. Oh, Gracie. Best advice for universe love. You got one that popped out. Oh, look at that. Got a bunch more. I can't take that many. I just need 2 more, guys. Okay, honey bunny. So the card that popped out was just really sweet. What I heard as it was popping out too. This is the 9 of Swords in reverse, which basically talks about the end of tension. And for me, this was like Sacred Spirit saying, "Don't worry, don't worry." Now we also have the 3 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. What I'm getting for you this time, honey bunny. I mean, this is not what I normally get for this card, but what I'm getting for you is 3 of Wands right side up talks about planning ahead, thinking ahead. 3 of Wands in reverse combined with that 9 of Swords in reverse saying, "Don't worry." Don't um you're doing a lot of what ifing, and you're kind of what ifing down the worst case scenario, the worst path that could be. Basically, Sacred Spirit is saying, don't worry about worst case scenarios. Don't stress out about worst case scenarios. Don't even let your mind be bothered by those. Be at peace. And then this card, 2 of Wands in reverse. What is this? 2 of Wands in reverse basically is saying, you live your life. Let him live his life. Don't worry. Don't worry about him. What I'm hearing is he'll learn his lessons, but you worrying about him is not going to help is not going to help him learn his lessons any faster. So just be very much in the present. Don't be what ifing in the future. Be very much in the present. But the biggest thing here, the one that flew out, which is going to be the highlighted part of this answer, is don't worry. And I know it's a lot easier for me to say that than for you to do that, but that's what comes up here. Okay. So that's universe love. Ms. Lady J. Let's see. Will Mark reach out soon? Let's define soon. Let's say within the next 2 weeks. Because I never like to be vague about my questions. Because if we're vague about the questions, we could be vague about the answers. And if Sacred Spirit thinks soon is 83 years from now, you might be waiting for 83 years for Mark to reach out to you, and we don't want to do that. I wouldn't. I don't know if you do, but I wouldn't. You're very welcome, Universe Love. Thank you for being here. Will Mark reach out within the next 2 weeks to Ms. Lady J? Willie? Will he reach out within the next 2 weeks? I think you're looking at about 5 days a week from now whenever he reaches out. To tell you the truth, Ms. Lady J. We do have an Ace of Swords showing up here. This is new communication. 7 of Wands, he's going to let down the barriers. 8 of Wands is quick communication. So once he does actually let down the barriers, then I think there's going to be a lot of quick back and forth, back and forth. We do have the 2 of Cups showing up in reverse. This tells me that even with this communication that's going quickly back and forth, I'm not seeing you two really enjoying each other's company at this point. And then we have the Judgment card coming up here. Now, this is really interesting to me that we've got the 2 of Cups and the Judgment card right next door to each other, especially since that 2 of Cups is in reverse. It'd be different if it was right side up. It would make perfect sense. With it being upside down, it doesn't make so much sense to me. I don't know what on earth you got going on here, my dear. Two of Cups in reverse says, nah, I could take you or leave you, buddy. And maybe that's what he's saying to you too. And then you've got the Judgment card, which to me talks about bringing things from the past and making them new again. So paying attention to them. So basically, here you guys are bickering, fighting, aggravating each other, and then deciding that you want to keep this relationship going. Now, the logical conclusion to bickering, fighting, aggravating each other is saying, you know what, we're better off not antagonizing each other and just letting this go. Nope, that's not what you're doing. Here you're saying, you know what, I want to bicker and fight and antagonize you for a little longer. I'm just not done with that yet. That's what you've got going on there. That's what the energy's sitting right now. So, what do I always tell y'all? Why do we get readings ahead of time? Because if we see something we don't like, we can change it. Maybe you want to be a little bit more pleasant to him, or maybe you don't want to really get together with an energy that you're having a hard time getting along with. That's going to be up to you. Okay. So I'm sure you all heard the timer go off. So that's the last questions out of the 5 minutes. Gracie with a decent real man. I need a real man. Who sings that song? Is that a Shania song? Okay. I think Dead of Night is in there somewhere, maybe too, but I think you're right, Michael. Neither hail nor sleet nor snow shall stay me on my appointed rounds. That's not exactly what I'm thinking of, but there's something very close to that. Healthier lifestyle. I kind of figured that's what you meant, Gracie. Thank you for the thumbs ups too, by the way, everybody. I see that we've got 4 of them. I appreciate that. You are quite welcome, universe. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Michael. Thank you. Thank you. I've had this bandana a long time, and it took me till today to realize, wow, it goes with my tie-dye shirt. I can wear these together. Peace, my friend. Peace. Angela Lukes, we're glad you made it, though. Hope you're soaking up some good energy here. You're quite welcome, Ms. Lady J. Glad you made it in. I hope to see you in here more often, my dear. Aw, thank you, Gracie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with me. Thank you for all the thumbs ups and for sharing this video with others that may benefit from it, especially the Reiki. Thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings from me, both readings and Reiki sessions. It is because of all of you guys' support that I get to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful day. And I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.